In case our viewers are just joining us, then perhaps it's time to take a look at this. So we're going to take a look at seats and we're going to take a look at vote share. So let's start off first with Madhya Pradesh. This, of course, is absolutely huge. The BJP at 164. Who would have thought in the beginning of the day that this is where the BJP was going to be? The magic mark 116. Look at where they are presently. That's up 55. The Congress has done disastrously, down 49 from last time around. So that's what the seat situation is. If you take a look at the vote share, the BJP, of course, has gained both in terms of seats and vote share. They would with such a decisive mandate. 49% of the vote share is with the BJP. The Congress 8% less. So, I mean, there are no two ways about this. It's absolutely huge. But I think it is interesting, however, that in terms of vote share, there is no real difference. There is no difference for the Congress party. They've not managed to win seats. Their vote share, it appears, is the same as it was last time around. But look at this. The BJP up on seats, up in terms of vote share as well. I wonder if the Congress would be taking consolation from their vote share. Let's take a look at Rajasthan now. And again, start of the day, the sense was that this was likely to go to the BJP, but it could be close. A lot of the exit polls, in fact, got a lot of things wrong. But Rajasthan perhaps much more in favor of the BJP than most polls would have suggested. Up 42, down 30. One of the areas where the Congress has done well, I beg your pardon, the BJP has done well. And of course, to win a state, you'd have to do well everywhere. But the fact that in the Gujjar areas, in eastern parts of Rajasthan, the BJP really made inroads in an area where the Congress in the past has been quite strong is a real testament to how they have gained across the state, well above the majority mark of 100 at 115. In terms of the vote share again, let's take a look at where that is. The vote share would be narrower between the BJP and the Congress party, 42 to the BJP, 40 to the Congress and its allies. Let's move to the next state now. In fact, let's stay on this for half a second more. The Congress has actually gained 1%. Congress and its allies have gained a little bit in terms of vote share. So that is interesting, but again, not translating into seats. Chhattisgarh, now this is where every exit poll has really gone wrong. There was a strong sense, perhaps even a sense of complacency at the level of the Congress party that they were going to win Chhattisgarh. There was nothing to it. They'd done all the right things. Baghel was untouchable. I should remind you, when Madhya and I started anchoring in the morning, Baghel was actually trailing. Eventually that changed, that turned, but for a long period he was actually trailing. And that was perhaps symbolic in a sense of what went wrong with the Congress. I mean, with the majority mark of 46, the BJP at 54, who would have thought at the start of the day that Chhattisgarh would also go in favor of the BJP? And I think what is interesting as we bring up the vote share, and that'll be much closer, of course, is the Prime Minister talking in his victory speech this evening about how the Adivasi community was one that the BJP had worked extra hard, in a sense, one among four groups that he identified to sort of gain their trust and take them out of what he called the backwardness that the Congress had placed them in for decades. 47 to 43 over here. But just look at this, a vote share increase of 14 for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Finally, let's take a look at Telangana at this stage. And this is where the Congress party has a lot to be happy about. It is, in the context of the overall elections, a consolation, but it is an absolutely huge win for the Congress party, because for them to actually come to 65 is up 46, the BRS down 49. For them to have a 20% or so swing in certain cases, is absolutely remarkable. But don't forget the third party over here. Yes, compared to the Congress or the BRS, the BJP is far behind. But remember, last time around they were only at 1, so it's a gain of 7 from last time. And I think seat share would be quite interesting to see the difference between the Congress and its allies and the BRS. So let's have the next one is, I beg your pardon, the vote share. And the vote share at this stage is the Congress at 40, the BRS at 38, and the BJP, and this is where the BJP will be taking a lot of interest in this number, that yes, the seats have gone up, perhaps not as much as they would have liked, But the fact that their seat share, their vote share rather, has gone up to 14% is something that they would be welcoming. So that's what the overall situation is, and it's on the basis of this that we have the Prime Minister spell out the agenda from now to the next elections. The BJP, I suspect, has already entered poll season as far as 2024 is concerned.